Hello everyone, welcome to My Front. Today we're going to discuss the Global War series, its history, and its future. Hope you enjoy the video. So the concept of Global War started as an idea of expanding Axis and Allies. When you look at the overall complexity of Axis and Allies, you go from a less advanced 1941, designed for newer players, to 1942, to a large combined 1940 global game. While these games are great, the company Historical Board Gaming believed there could be a new layer of elements added to a World War II game. And thus, we have the first game in the Global War series, Global War 1939. Based on pictures and descriptions, this game seems like a boosted Global 40 game. The nations on this map have vibrant colors, and an enlarged Europe in order for less credit play. There are also several new nations that are not in Global 40. Some of these include Hungary, Vichy France, Communist China, Poland, and the Netherlands. The actual rules of the game are a modified version of Global 40 rules, and it's recommended that you have Global 40 for the units. Overall, this game could be considered a complex variant of Axis and Allies Global 40, with a new coat of paint and some new rules to spice things up. After the development of 1939, Historical Board Gaming took it a step further and developed Global War 1936, or V2 as the community calls it. The number one factor that distinguishes 36 from its predecessor is that it has a scenario that begins 3 years before World War II, thus its name. In the years leading up to the war, players can fight some pre-war conflicts like the Spanish Civil War, the Chinese Civil War, and the Italian campaign in Abyssinia. The results of these conflicts could swing the upcoming war in favor of one of the three factions. Speaking of factions, 36 made another distinct change by making the USSR and Communist China a third alliance called the Comintern. This better simulates the uneasiness between the Allies and the Communists during the war, as they will both take occasional jabs at each other while fighting the Axis. There were even more factors that made this game unique, with a larger unit roster, nation-specific objectives, and lots of expansions, both realistic and fictitious. With the success of 36, Historical Board Gaming sought to develop spin-off games that would have similar mechanics, but tailored to a certain era, an ambitious timeline stretching from 1804 to 2025, with 36 at its epicenter. All these games are still in development, with 1914 closest to release. I'll make sure to cover them on this channel when they come out. Back to 36, the game was played by new members of the Global War community, and over time began to show its flaws. This led HBG to redefine it in a new version, V3. V3 is the most up-to-date version of 36. Most of V2's problems were fixed, and many new elements were added to make the game faster and more appealing to new players. It is also the version that this channel will cover in terms of rules and strategy. Well, I hope you learned something new from this introductory video to the Global War series. If you want any specific videos covering news on these games, comment down below. For now, that is all I have for you.